Nothing at all. Get up, bro. Come here, bro. Take out. Yeah, you was a
Later and split the ball with you. You ever see your homie catch a body chillin' at the mall with you? They never slide, the niggas still alive from that mall issue. Don't mean to be disrespectful, but I hate the cap shit. Get off the nets and shoot GVG, then go get back for him.
Is dead from a shooting tonight at Town East Mall, and 2 other teens are in police custody. This information from Wichita Police just coming into our newsroom within the last hour. This all happened shortly.
Fear in a way, but also a sense of responsibility to just get as many people in there as we can. And we did have quite a few mall patrons in the back of our store, ducked behind some cases.
Myself, I was scared, but in that situation, I got like 40, 50 people plus running the store in the back room, all that. I'm like, oh no. I grabbed the key, I locked the gate, everything. I locked the back door. There's people back there freaking out, crying. I didn't want to cry, so I was,
He had no remorse. He gave, he took a plea in July of 2024. August 25th, 2024, he dropped another song that's called Tubby Attack, saying how he made me cry and how he shot Cuddy 6 times and how he's wearing a t-shirt and the how we need an extra large t-shirt. I know you probably already got your mom made up, but my son's Bible for more than 20 years.
Get it back. Alright, hit the shit, started tweaking this Tubby attack. When I leave the house, my mama know I might not be back. Alright, but she know her son stay strapped. Any nigga play, he gon' light.
Fam, today we visit a place where the crime rate is higher than the national average, with both violent and poverty crimes exceeding the national. To these stats, it seems they're getting younger and younger, being influenced by the drill culture. Fam, today we're going to court. Less than 24 hours of me making this video, a fight has broke out in a Wichita, Kansas courtroom, where it seems some animosity was built up between both the victim and suspect's family. Now, fam, before we go over the details about this 16-year-old who's now 19-year-old who was allegedly responsible for taking the life of a 14-year-old inside of a local mall, I want you guys to know that after he accepted a plea almost 6 months ago, the defendant decided to drop a rap song on YouTube where he names the song after the deceased victim, even going as far as rapping some of the details. Now, mind you, all this was before he was even sentenced. So, of course, this courtroom had tension from the very beginning. Today, we go over this story in chronological order. We also pay our respects to the deceased victim while disclosing as much public facts before going to court. Now, before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Back in March of 2022, according to local police, a fight had led to a deadly shooting on a Friday at Town East Square Mall. Apparently, this fight involved 2 groups of teens, in which one had pulled out a firearm and shot a 14-year-old several times. During that time, local police had over 160 calls to 911. One woman who was inside the mall during the shooting said she called 911 and was on hold for 10 minutes before she could even talk to someone. The 14-year-old victim was later identified as Trenjavius Tubby Hutton, a young man who repped 2600 block, and they was allegedly beefing at just 14 years old with another group called NSB.
Is dead from a shooting tonight at Town East Mall, and 2 other teens are in police custody. This information from Wichita Police just coming into our newsroom within the last hour. This all happened shortly before 6 o'clock, and Grant DeMars has been on scene all night. Grant, what new details do you have?
It isn't just about where
tell us the shooting here at Town East Mall was not random and was likely gang related. Now you can see it's still a pretty active scene out here right now and will likely continue to be for a few more hours, but it is much less chaotic than it was earlier tonight with dozens of people trying to get out of here. Now police say they originally thought they were responding to an active shooter situation, but later learned that wasn't the case. When they got here, they saw dozens of people running and trying to get out of the mall. Now on the first floor, they found a 14-year-old boy shot. He died on scene. Police say after interviewing dozens of witnesses, they learned it started with a physical fight between a small group of teenage boys. One of them pulled out a gun and shot multiple times. They did arrest two teenagers nearby, a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old. Now, when we first got here, we were able to talk with a handful of eyewitnesses ourselves who watched or heard this all happen and ran to safety. Take a listen to what they said.
Fear in a way, but also a sense of responsibility to just get as many people in there as we can. And we did have quite a few mall patrons in the back of our store, ducked behind some cases.
Myself, I was scared, but in that situation, I got like 40, 50 people plus running in the store in the back room, all that. I'm like, oh no. I grabbed the key, I locked the gate, everything out like the back door. There's people back there freaking out, crying. I didn't want to cry, so I was, I'm remaining calm.
And everyone I've talked with out here today says this is one of those situations that you hope you never have to find yourself in. One of them even told me it didn't feel real until he saw the look on people's faces as they were running to safety and trying to hide. Now, again, police will be out here for a few more hours.
Now, the young man who was allegedly responsible was only 16 years old, identified as Tobias Robinson. He's now 19 years old. He was an aspiring rapper, repping NSB. And the alleged ops, as mentioned, was 26, where Tubby was from, even going as far as naming himself as 26K in one of his songs.
And if we do a drop by, then we gon' glower on bro park right here, so I can walk down and put that on him. My nigga still be here if dude ain't law on him. Free marks, my nigga Lil Chubbs, so put the pause on him. You ever watch your mans come up and then fall on you, come back up a couple days later and split the ball with you? You ever see your homie catch a body chillin' at the mall with you? They never slide, the niggas still alive from that mall issue. Don't mean to be disrespectful, but I hate the cap shit. Get off the nets and shoot GVG, then go get back for him.
Now, before the suspect was sentenced on the second week of April in 2025, almost 3 years after, Hooten's mother, Jeanette, had spoke to the judge about the impact of her son's loss. As she spoke, her words became more fiery. Jeanette claims that Robinson took a plea in July 2024, and then he released a rap about the shooting. August 25th, 2024, he dropped another song called Tubby Attack, saying how he made the victim's mom cry and how he shot Tubby 6 times. Quoting, he made several raps, and all these basically took place while he was in jail. And you can tell, end quote.
Hey, this that 90 bars. I've been telling around this big top, this bitch will stop a car. I just sent that boy to the sky, now he a shooting star. I just smoked the wood of that, finna smoke some more. Nigga got hit 6 times, then he hit the floor. Can I get his picture on the shirt under the extra large? I know his mama crying so much, she can't cry no more. Fell in love with seeing the ops down, hope they die some more.
Now, Jeanette also said several times in her impact statement that she doesn't believe Robinson has shown any remorse. Afterwards, some people in the courtroom became upset and stood up as their gestures and words became more aggressive. The judge and deputies in the courtroom tried to calm the situation down, but a punch was thrown, starting the fight. The fight quickly moved towards the woman holding a baby. Deputies worked to protect the baby while also breaking up the fight. Now, due to YouTube guidelines, I can't play the entirety of the fight. Now, I will play the impact statement and what led up to it. If you guys want to check the entirety, head to the Family TV Instagram or X account. Check it out.
I just want to say that I just passed today without answer day. Not a kid that I just had. Second, I want to say that through this whole process, I know you got my impact statement, and he had to show no remorse. You gave, typically in July 2024, August 25th, 2024, you dropped another song that's called Tubby Attack, saying how he made me cry and how he shot Tubby 6 times and how he's wearing a t-shirt and the how he the extra large t-shirt. I know you probably already got your mom made up, but my son's Bible for 20 years. I mean, imagine if that was one of y'all family members at the mall that they like Jesse. Josh Morris said that he took it upon himself to stop the fight because nobody was gonna stop the fight. And his kid was on the sideline as he was trying to be a hero. He could have shot him. Every time that I was in this courtroom and my son had such a shirt on, so he did this house study. You know, he keep doing stuff. He don't have remorse. Philip White testified and said that he told Tobias to take that rat down. He added another rat. He was not the only rat that he added. I mean, he made several rats. And all these basically took place while he was in jail. And you can tell that the following stuff. He just keep doing I'm not never going to forgive him. And right now, I should be on the other side, and he should be I should be on trial because he don't. His family don't give because they can't be doing. I'm not saying that he's innocent, but you know what I'm saying. I hate him, and I'm gonna come back after you feel. I hate him, and I think that you should consider. You should give him the back that he has. Evidently, he don't care. He don't listen to his lawyer. Then he wasted all of our time. He knew what he did. He said in the interrogation for that he put himself in the fight. He wasn't even in the fight. He didn't even. It was a one-on-one fight. Tubby was fighting somebody, and his friend was fighting somebody. He jumped in the fight. He should mind the business and paid him. And he ain't showed no remorse. He just wasted all of our time this whole time. And several times his lawyer had said it was premeditated murder, so I don't know how y'all came up with second degree, attempted murder, and aggravated assault. I know y'all probably didn't want to waste no more time, but I just beg you, give him the max. Give him back so he can ruin my life, he can ruin my kids' life, me walking on eggshells around here. Well, I am, you know what I'm saying? He just did too much. He said that he would have wanted somebody to do it for him. Do what for him? You should have just walked away. You didn't have to kill my son. Because he wasn't even thinking about you when you shot him. I hate you and I hope you die in jail. You don't show no remorse. You said my kids, we all living by the son. He was supposed to graduate this year. Yeah, he didn't even graduate.
Hey, guys, no, we're not gonna say. You guys. Yeah, we stay in the courtroom. All right.
You won.
Hey,
All
right now, the judge is asking for you guys to go. Nobody. Nothing at all. All right. Bro, get up, bro. Come here, bro. Go that way. Tay up. Yeah, you was a. Come on, guys. Yeah.
Now, a judge ended up sentencing Robinson to 255 months in jail, which is 21 years and 3 months for those who wondering. Now, one family member of Tubby's had went to social media to voice their concern on an altercation that took place inside the courtroom. One quoting, "B, y'all can say what y'all want, but put yourselves in our shoes. We've been antagonized for 3 years now. F y'all, long live Tubby, and F the people in the comments." She also wrote, "Tubby stood on our business. Fuck y'all, my mama. To be 14 years old, he got niggas in their 20s talking about him. Y'all hate us. And if he was still here today, on my mama would have been putting belt up, because he was doing that before he died. How got more enemies dead than alive? Some of y'all riders. Ghost is you." Now, as we wrap this up, once again, rest in peace to the victim. Family will be a part 2. The family TV did request his interrogation. Apparently, in a fight, he wasn't even the one fighting. He just got between and started shooting. Let me know how you guys feel about this one. This was the story of a teenager who killed a 14-year-old inside a local mall, accepted a plea almost 3 years later, and dropped a diss song while incarcerated. Now sentenced to over 21 years in jail. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And today,